everybody and welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf. Today's video is all about get back into golf series and driver. So this is number 4 out of 5 in this series, and the first video on the series all about putting, second was all about chipping, third was all about iron play. Now the fourth one is 3 keys to hitting this driver well this season. So if you haven't already, go and check out those areas of the game. They can definitely help give you some basic reminders and some key points in order to improve your game in the 2018 season. Let's get into the 3 keys with driver. So we all know with driver, we'd like to get that bottom of the arc happening just before the golf ball to allow us to hit that golf ball on the up in order to help us produce that long carry with a little spin. So for me, if we have the correct setup, correct spine angle and correct points in our setup, we can definitely help promote this through impact. If we have the incorrect setup, then we're definitely going to give ourselves the characteristics of hitting that golf ball on the down with the driver like a lot of us do. So just some basic setup changes can definitely help us achieve that nice upwards hit on the golf ball. Let's get into the 3 key points of the setup. Point number 1 is all about that width of stance. Now I see a lot of people either take a very narrow stance with their driver or a very wide stance, and these both can have different effects. Having that kind of too narrow base to operate around can create too much of a sway with this driver, and definitely having a too wide base can definitely help limit weight transfer in transition into the downswing and therefore limit power in your golf game. So having that sufficient wide enough stance in order to create a solid base to operate around can definitely help you out on the golf course. So for me, I like to see these feet 10 to 2. So imagine this is 12 o'clock on the clock face, left foot points to 10, right foot points to 2. That's really going to give us a nice solid base to operate around, and from there I want to feel like my feet are just wide of shoulder width apart. So I'll stand with my arms together now. I can see that my feet and my hands are just pointing towards the outside of my feet. So I've got a nice solid base to operate around. It's not too wide to limit weight transfer, and it's not too narrow to create a non-solid base. So really having that stance just wide of a shoulder width apart and feet 10 to 2 is key number 1. Point number 2, once we've got that solid base, is ball position. Now this is kind of a topic where a lot of amateurs either have it again too far forward, or predominantly I see a lot of the time this ball position that is too far back in their stance. Now for me, I really like to see this ball position inside my left heel, and how you can create this, how you can give yourself some clarity out on the golf course is really simple. So I want you to simply, feet together, get that ball pointing on my big toe of my lead foot. So for a right-handed player, pointing on my left big toe. Turn it out to point at our 10 o'clock on our clock face, then take our other stance to point out to 2 o'clock on the clock face. From there, I've got a really quick routine for one, but a really quick position of where I know my ball position is just inside my lead heel, so my left foot for a right-handed player. This is going to give me the best chance of bottoming the arc just before the golf ball and allow me to hit that ball on the up. So point number 2 is really to achieve that consistent ball position. So that's inside my left heel, so feet together, ball on the big toe, turn out to point to 10 o'clock on the clock face, take my nice solid base now just out shoulder width apart. From there I've got a really sound ball position, allow me to bottom out my arc just before the golf ball and give me the best chance of hitting it on the up. Let's move on to key point number 3. So the final key point to this driver basic setup is kind of one of my most important for me, I think. Having the correct kind of spine angle and setup with our upper body can definitely help promote, again I'm going to go to it again, that upwards hit on the golf ball. Now for me, I see a lot of people, so if I've taken that solid base and that correct ball position, I see a lot of people that have this position here. The shoulders tilted towards the ground, their kind of hips behind the golf ball, and sort of in this position here. Now if that looks like you, and it looks like a lot of kind of people I teach, and it's a really quick change, and all this is going to do, this is always going to promote that downwards hit on the golf ball, that kind of squashy, kind of glancy hit. It's not going to help promote what we want to do, that upwards hit on the golf ball. So if this kind of looks like you, then this is really going to help you, and this is why I think it's the most important, because you can see that I could have the first 2 points absolutely nailed on, but if I don't have point number 3, which we're going to move on to now, you can really see how it can limit your ability to hit that ball on the up and achieve those nice long carries. So we've said here, you see a lot of people in this position here, hips behind the ball, shoulders kind of pointing towards the ground, and the upper body over the golf ball this way. For me, I want you to feel exactly the opposite, and this is going to be a really quick routine in order to do that. So, firstly, place your club in your sternum or on your zip on the buttons of your shirt. Really simple. I want you just to tilt with the upper body until the club hits the inside of your lead leg. So you can see there my hips are moved slightly forward, my head's slightly behind the golf ball, and my shoulders are on this nice angle here, completely opposite to what we had before. So they're already pointing on the up, helping promote that bottom of the arc before the golf ball and that upwards hit on the golf ball. So really simple. First 2 points already in. Club on the sternum, tilt until it hits the lead leg, and now I'm in there. Shoulders, heads behind the golf ball, and I'm really in a nice key setup now in order to help promote that upwards hit on the golf ball. So let's summarise those 3 keys to the driver 2018 golf season. Point number 1 is having that wide enough stance, so just wide of shoulder width apart with those feet at 10 to 2. Secondly, I want you to feel like you've got a consistent ball position out on that golf course. So it's not guessing is it too far back, it's not guessing is it too far forward, you've got clarity. If you've got clarity, you're going to more likely commit to those drives this season. So, firstly, just turn your big toe out to point in our clock face number 10. Secondly, move that right foot out and point it out at our clock face number 2. So from there, you've got a wide enough stance and you've got the correct ball position inside your lead heel. The final key point, and I like to reiterate this again, this is my kind of most important one, because you can see you could have, like I said before, the first 2 points nailed on, but if I've got the spine angle and the hips in the wrong place, I'm going to be very awkward and in a very awkward position in order to help promote that upwards hit. We're going to give ourselves basically the worst chance of doing that. So, if we get this club in our sternum, we're going to tilt until it hits our lead leg, really simple. Hips are now moved forward of where they were before. Shoulders are on this nice ascending angle. So from here, we're really going to help promote that bottom of the arc before the golf ball and that upwards hit on the golf ball. So, really key final point. Club into sternum, tilt until it hits your lead leg. Hips are now moved slightly forward. Shoulders are on a correct angle. Really give me the best chance of my head behind the golf ball to promote that upwards hit on the golf ball. So for me, if you're in those positions there, you're also going to help generate more club head speed consistently. So let's put those 3 keys into play and let's see if we can hit a nice drive here. So, really nice there. Let's give it a go. So from there, I really felt I was in the best position to give myself the best chance of hitting the driver as good as I can. So for me, if you can definitely turn this driver into your friend this season, we'll see those lower scores, give yourselves more chance of being on the fairway and closer to the hole. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. If you've not already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.